This is another episode of the Decoy Sports Podcast. All right, welcome back to the Decoy Sports Podcast for another week. My name is Jackson. This is my best mate, Joel.
Hello, Jackson.
Hello. How are you?
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
That's the main thing, mate.
That's the main thing, mate.
Pretty good last week, eh? First week of viewing. That people could view us, I guess.
Yeah.
Got about 120 views, mate.
It's
Holy
pretty,
shit.
It's pretty weird.
As if 120 people want to watch us.
I know. Maybe it was me, like, on repeat. Maybe it wasn't.
Probably. It was funny. I kept saying, like, that you'd message me every, like, next morning, be like, we got 80 now, mate. We got 90. I was like, this gun's so excited.
So we had 16 on without video.
Yeah, I know. We normally get more than that, but the week before was like not good for some reason. Probably just didn't want to.
Yeah. Was overlooking it out like thumbnail.
Yeah, we were pretty like destroyed after
Yeah, true.
Blues lost and stuff as well.
Yeah, not very energetic.
Nah, but it's good, man. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, if you haven't, please subscribe to us as well. It just really, really helps our channel grow, which is the main thing, and then we can do these more.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal, yeah.
Not the missus be happy about it, but we'll give it a go.
Well, you have to deal with it, mate, you know.
That's exactly right.
If you got like 1,000 people watching, you know, you got to
do it.
Got to entertain the fans, mate. You just got to understand, you know. Did you watch any of the Ashes?
I've been watching like the first bit of the night, maybe like the first hour.
Yeah,
and then I'll watch the highlights in the morning.
Yeah.
Fucking love it, but
yeah, I know.
I wish I didn't have to go to work, otherwise I'd stay out.
I know. It depends because like my days are sort of all over the shop, right? Like some days I get up early to coach, and then other days I sort of don't coach the afternoon, so I can sort of like sleep in or whatever. I was supposed to do CrossFit this morning, but I was just like too invested. I stayed up till like 1:30, watched all of it.
Yeah.
I normally get through the first session because it normally ends about 10:30, and then just depending, I'll sort of watch a bit into the second session and then sort of just fall asleep with cricket on or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, had to stay up for that one last night.
So good.
Jesus.
If I didn't have work, I definitely would have.
Yeah. What do you think?
Love it. I love it. And I love the way we won.
Yeah, I know.
They're
so salty as well. And the thing that pissed me off is like, not pissed me off, it made me laugh. It was like the day before, Stark like clearly made a catch.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of a rule of not being in control of your body. So does that mean that like, you know, in like the last few years you see Smith take these streamers one hand because he's in the air? Are you in control of your body there? Like, because you're in midair.
No,
you're not. You
How
can't.
can you be?
If you're in midair and someone pushed you, you're not in control of your body. No. So why are they catches and that's not a catch?
I don't understand.
The ball, like if he slid on the ball right with the ball in his hand and he slid, and it bobbled or moved in his hand, I'd be like, great.
Control. Yeah,
the ball's come out of his hand. It's dislodged.
The ball did not move.
The ball did not move. It was fucking lodged in his hand,
ripped
mate.
on that.
And he even took the catch down. Then it didn't move out of his hand as well. And it's like, if he went like that and slid, he's got potential like breaking his wrists or fucking his arm up. And he's a bowler. Like, he's done it to just stop himself sliding.
Yeah.
What? And you're saying that's not control your body, so that's not a catch? But he's caught the ball.
It's a catch.
A catch means catching the ball, and he's caught the ball. Anyway, like that's in the letter of the law. That's apparently not a catch. And then letter of the law, someone gets stumped.
Oh, Johnny.
He gets stumped, and he's done it. He tried to do it twice throughout the same game, and they're saying it's not in the spirit of the game. And I'm like, he caught it in one motion and threw it.
Yeah,
and he's walked straight out.
100%.
And they said,
the
it was the end of the
alive.
I think it pissed me off was he goes, it's the end of the over. So like he was coming to do it. But then they showed like 3 or 4 other clips of him doing it.
Yeah.
And they weren't all at the end of the over. No. So it's just clearly how he was just playing. And it's like, fuck you, mate.
They want to, and then the Suki is.
You see McCullum, he's like their coach now. He's like the New Zealand. And he was like, we won't be having a beer with him and stuff. There's one of him doing it to Mirror Lutheran when, I think it was, maybe it was Sangakkara or something. He hit 100. This is the best one. He hit 100. Mirror Lutheran came out to celebrate with him and he stumped him. And then he's saying that it's not the spirit of the game.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. It's only not in spirit if you're
if it gets happened
on
to
the
you.
wrong end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
so
always
they
the
can
way.
get fucked.
Fuck him.
Yeah. And
Fucking
what is
whinging.
Bairstow, mate? Like, what was he going to do? Like, who knows? He could have got out cheaply anyway. So it's like, just, mate, seeing those members crack up and like I reckon they just should. I know it's like a pastime and they do it, but it's like, I reckon to really like punish him, they just shouldn't be allowed to like do that for the next like year. It should like cost them a year for being out, like not forever, but like something that's like harsh. It's like, you can't do this because the players, that's a privilege for them.
Oh, you're talking about the trips and stuff.
The one, how they come out of the long lounge or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, but you're talking about how when Aussies were walking off, they were trying to trip him and shit.
They weren't no, there was like they were coming through the long lounge or whatever it's called, and they were like, cheats.
Oh yeah,
fucking
true.
Cheats.
Yeah,
and then like someone like touched Warner or something as well.
After the game, when they were walking off, they were, like 3 members have got suspended because they were trying to trip them.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, trying to trip like a few of the Aussies.
I thought it was just because they were calling them cheats and stuff inside, like just like
full
it's
trying
not,
to trip them and shit, and like fuck them up for the next game.
Yeah, right.
Fucking cowards.
Yeah, I'd just say, well, you know, this isn't going to happen for at least like it's a year suspension. Like the next time, even next summer, whoever's there, like next summer, no, we're not going to do it that way. Like there's another way of entering. I don't know if they can enter any other way, to be honest. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really
know. But I think there should be some sort of punishment for that, not just like those players, because there was more than just those 3.
Yeah.
They tried to trip them that were doing shit. Like,
yeah, it was like
I got
all the
videos of like
members.
inside, everyone's going, you fucking cheats.
Yeah, it's like all the members, man.
All right. Anyway.
Dogs.
Let's get back to footy. Hey, let's do that. So back on the footy. All right, mate. Let's get into your gun of the week. Who you got? Fuck off.
Brady best.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
You got to, mate. I got to like.
Yeah.
They're turd of the week when they're turd, and they're
that's completely fine.
gun of the week when they're the gun.
Completely
and
fine.
This is a bias show.
Fuck me.
Like, fuck it, dude.
Oh,
gun
mate.
of the week had to be.
I cannot.
He could have had 4.
You keep going. I'm just going to turn the fan on.
Yeah, he could have had 4. Could have 4.
Yeah.
Ponga on fire, or maybe we'll get to the game. But gun of the week, Bradman Best. He's earned an Origin call up off the back of it, mate. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone could.
Yeah. We'll get to that. Don't you worry. Earning Origin call ups. Like,
Who's your gun of the week?
Mine, I had 3. I couldn't separate 3 players. I probably couldn't separate 4. Bradman was one of them, but I knew you'd pick him, so I chose the other 3. I even only wrote the 3 down, so I knew you'd pick it. I even went to the lengths of actually getting their stats, unlike you. So true fan, true supporter.
No, I'm a true fan.
True, you know, just doing the hard yards for the potty, unlike you. So, yeah. Anyway, first one, Tago. Thought he was
gun.
really, really good. His stats don't necessarily like blow you away, but it was what he did in the game and then who they were versing. They were versing Storm.
Yeah.
You know, for one, he got 2 tries, 2 line breaks, and he got 13 tackle breaks. But those he was running over people, man.
Oh, man.
Like,
yeah.
I could almost remember every single one of those tackle breaks. It wasn't just like, you know, numbers on a page. Like sometimes it is. Like he genuinely was like running over people. So he was definitely one. Cobbo was another one for me. I thought Cobbo was really good. 3 tries, 175 meters, 2 line breaks, 8 tackle breaks.
Yeah.
Basically single-handedly won him the game at the end there as well.
He's a freak, man.
Yeah. And the other one was Drinkwater.
Yeah.
Thought you'd almost pick anyone in the Cowboys, but he had 2 tries, 21 runs, 234 meters, 1 line break, 4 line break assists, 5 try assists.
He's elite.
5 try assists and 2 tries.
Yeah. I know we're going to get to like the Origin team and stuff, but he could probably made the starting team.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Because I got some shit to say. I got some real shit to say. All right. Turd of the week. Who you got?
Tigers.
We'll just do this one together. It's Tigers and Bulldogs. I couldn't slip. I got both.
Yeah. I mean,
you can't separate them.
I know the score, like there's 8 points in it or whatever.
Don't try and like
but
cuddle up to them because the Knights beat them. But like,
I'm not trying to cuddle up.
if anything, it's probably worse because the Knights beat them.
Yeah, but the Cowboys, though. I mean, they've had a good little run, but
Cowboys have been pretty good.
yeah, but also the Tigers beat them
But you can-
66-18 like 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
but there's also like evidence that that Cowboys can do that. There's been no evidence that the Knights can do that.
We've got it now, mate.
No, but I'm saying there's no evidence in previous or like past shit to say that like that's what the Knights can do.
Yeah.
Like there's never been something that you've done that to anyone.
There has to be a first time for everything.
Yes, but you're missing the point.
Fuck the point.
The point is, like, the point really is that no professional team should be beat like that
No.
ever.
No.
Like, I don't give a fuck how bad
Yeah,
your
and I know,
players
and
are. That comes down to effort, bro.
Yeah, it
That's
could
all that
easily
is.
come out in a week or two. The Knights get beaten 50-0.
Well, that's what I was trying to say to you last night.
I
But
don't care.
You were pretty
Just
off
let me enjoy.
You were pretty off me.
Just let me enjoy the moment.
Anyway, yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a second. I thought like the record was going to be broken twice in like
Same.
2 days.
It looked like it would have.
Yeah,
Like it was looking like it was going to.
I think it was still your best ever
it's our best
score line or some shit
ever.
like you've ever won by. Or something.
And Kalen Ponga kick for 11 from 11 equaled Joey Johns' record of 11
And I had
from
him
11.
down for an any time and he didn't score. 66 points. And he didn't
And
score
how
a
did
fuck
like
try.
Dom Young not score?
Oh, Dom Young.
Yeah.
Mental.
Love it
Anyway.
though.
Yeah, turds.
Turds.
The biggest, stinkiest.
Do they
turds,
play
those
each
two.
other like anytime soon?
I don't know. It'll be the poo slinger for the ages though.
Big
Bulldogs
bad.
were good the start of the year, and then Tigers kind of came good. It's almost like they lost Appy, they lost
Brooks.
and it's just they've crumbled.
And
But that's not going to change losing by 74 points, bro. Like those two don't fix that. So what's going on? Like it's clearly attitude, man. It's
yeah.
like we don't want to play this week.
And same with like Bulldogs, like they've had injuries, like a lot of injuries to their forwards, and like we obviously like dominated, but they shot themselves. It was all handling errors that lost the game for them. But just poopy, mate.
Yeah, bro, not good.
Nah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Got a lot to talk about, obviously. Big one, Origin teams. Let's start with that, mate. We'll get them up.
You want to get them up?
I'll get them up. Probably should have had them up already, but yeah.
That's what we do here. That's why we get 120 views.
When I start getting paid for it, I'll have it up.
True.
All right,
Someone
so
else going to have it up.
let's just go to Queensland first because there's nothing really to talk about. There's a couple of changes.
Yeah.
Ones we probably knew about. So AJ Brimson, I'm pretty sure Ponga ruled himself out and he was the 18th man. So I think he was just, next in.
Yeah.
Like everyone kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
The surprising one for me was Xavier Coates tips his spot
Same.
over Cobbo.
Yep. I reckon there's something going on there. Like maybe he's got a little niggly.
Must still have
Injury
be a
still.
niggle. Otherwise,
Broncos have said
you
nah.
could almost say, like the way Coates has been playing too, you could almost drop Taulagi and put Cobbo in.
But he's been like,
He's been good, but then like
Great.
I reckon out of
Defensively.
those three, they've been the better. Like he was my gun. Like Coates was my gun of the week last
Yeah.
week. He was a bit quieter this week for sure.
yeah. But I think on like they go on loyalty and stuff.
Yeah, but
like he's been
loyalty
there
should be
since
game
the start.
one, mate.
Yeah.
That was Cobbo. Like
Yeah.
you've picked Cobbo off, from game one. So I think
Yeah,
you
no,
should
but Cobbo
probably go
and
back.
Taulagi.
Oh yeah, that's one. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like if you don't go off that, you'd have to put Cobbo.
Yeah,
back in.
I would have assumed they would have got rid of Coates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
interesting.
no, I thought you were talking about Cobbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Val Holmes, Tabu Ifido, Taulagi, Munster, Cherry Evans, Ruben Cotter is in the front row. You got Grant, Tino, Fifoita, Nanai, Paddy Carrigan, Ben Hunt, Lindsay Collins, Mo Fodawaker, and Corey Horsburgh. So
Yeah.
a couple of changes there. It's good to see Corey.
Yeah, we
Geddes.
said last time we're like surprised he didn't get picked.
Yeah,
He's earned it.
he's definitely earned it. Like he
Yeah.
could have easily gone to like Kafusi or someone, but they didn't. you know?
Yeah, I think he went off injured.
Yeah,
He went with a grade 1 HIA.
that's right. Yeah.
So he'd probably be good anyway.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe,
think they
just.
said that he was going to play. Like, I don't think he was going to get
Nah.
picked. Like, I just
When
think
you
they're
got
going
those-
younger.
yeah.
They've got a direction, unlike the Blues, which we'll get into in a sec. But yeah, I think that's a pretty fair team, man.
I did see a thing today that was like, because I think Tom Dearden's 18th man. I saw a thing that was like maybe late change. Could be like Munster to fullback, Dearden to 5'8".
I don't think they'd do that to Brimson. They won't do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't really give a fuck.
no,
what
no,
they
but
do,
like, but Slater's not really like one to change. He doesn't even change his like bench to
Yeah,
starting, and he just sort of goes with the team
he
kind of
picks
thing.
what he's going to play.
Picks what he's going to play.
Yeah.
He doesn't really play games, man, too much.
Yeah, true.
Which is fair. Yeah, pretty good, solid team, man. Not much more to say, really, eh?
Yeah. I'm going to keep looking at the camera, but I'm just checking.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a solid team. Like,
Not much to change, eh?
no.
Cool. Blues team. We were genuinely laughing out loud at this today because
Seriously.
if I don't laugh, we'll cry. Number 1, James Tedesco. 2, Brian Toto. 3, Stephen Crichton. 4, Bradman Best. 5, Josh Adokar. 6, Cody Walker. 7, Moses. 8, Jake Travojevic. 9, Damien Cook. 10, Regan Campbell-Gillard. 11, Liam Martin. 12, Keon Kalamatangi. 13, Cameron Murray. 14, Isaiah Yeo. 15, Jacob Saifidi. 16, Reece Robson. 17, Clint Gutherson. 18, Stott Drinkwater. 19, Spencer Linu. Where do you want to start? Start in the back line. So we'll start, obviously...
Let's talk about the surprise inclusion.
Well, the Teddy one, fine. Okay. But then I look at it and I'm also like... We'll start from literally 1 and work our way down.
Yeah.
So 1, Teddy. I understand why he's kept his spot.
Yeah.
But then...
It could have went to Drinkwater.
But then you've put Drinkwater there.
Yeah.
So Drinkwater's a different type of player. He's more of a ball player type player. So are you wanting to go down that route for the future, or do you want to have someone that plays the same role?
Like Dylan Edwards.
Well, Dylan Edwards.
Yeah.
So if you want to go down that route, right? Why isn't he just playing?
Yeah.
Like, why is Tedesco in there and he's 18th man?
Yep.
And then if you want to stay with the Tedesco type, well then
Why
shouldn't
Dylan
Edwards be
man?
the 18th man?
Yeah.
Because it's either one or the other. You've got 2 different types of players there.
Yeah. I don't understand.
That doesn't make sense to me.
We've had a different 18th man every game.
I know.
And it's weird.
Well, like, yeah.
Like, it's I don't understand.
And you can almost argue every game, none of them have made sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I think like one got changed where that had to be.
Yeah.
I think like when they first picked the team, I think it like turned into like Burton and shit, which like made sense. But it was through injury, it turned into that.
Yeah.
Like when he picked the team, none of them made sense.
No.
Like because it was like forwards or like something. You know what I mean? It was like Crichton. It's like, but you can only come on and cover one position, but then you have Burton that was like, you know.
Yeah.
There was those sorts of things. So that's a weird one for sure. Toto, fine.
Yeah.
Crichton, there's no one else really, so he holds his spot.
Yeah.
Bradman Best.
Like, I'm stoked for him.
But it's, even as a Knights fan, should he be there?
Probably not.
Do you think, like, I look at this shit and I'm just like, is Freddie picking teams off what happens on that weekend before?
100%. That's what it seems like.
You can't though.
I know, but that's what it seems like.
It's professional sport, bro.
That's why Moses got picked last game.
I know. Like,
that's
I thought it might have been coincidence.
Got picked.
I thought it might have been coincidence.
It's not.
But like, there's been 3 games now where this has happened.
Yeah.
It's like, how?
Hopefully he goes out.
How can you do that though?
Has a blinder.
But how? So say someone could be leading the Dally M votes, for instance, right? Killing it all year. They have one not great game before like Origin, and they just don't get picked.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a good game that one game before Origin. Or your team doesn't.
Yeah.
They might not even have a bad game. Like, for instance, did Burton really have that bad game the other day?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
I didn't like... I sort of just gave up watching it when there was like fucking 40-0.
He had like bad defensive reads, but
I felt like most of the defense
anyway.
shit was just going through the middle. Like, you you're just carving up through the middle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
on the line, because we were attacking their right-hand side, which is his... Our left-hand side, which is his side. That's where like 80% of our tries went.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, who would have you had in front of him?
Katoni Staggs.
100%.
Yeah.
That's who I would have. Like, so he plays one game last year.
Campbell
didn't play
Graham.
that bad. He just wasn't like wasn't super effective.
Yeah.
And like he just gets dropped and banished forever.
Yeah. I think like Cody Walker then onto Katoni Staggs probably be lethal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
So he's just banished forever.
Campbell Graham.
Well, the thing with what you just said there, sorry, I was still thinking about that. Like, I'd say that Crichton stays on the left. He only went to the right because Turbo got injured, so you'd probably just keep him on the left, and then you put Katoni Staggs on the right. But now I think because the way they picked it, Best will play on the left, and they'll pick Crichton on the right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Makes sense. I think.
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
I think.
knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
They'll probably switch him, man. Knowing him.
Yeah.
Like he'll play him on the wrong side.
You scratch your head.
I would have put Burton even at centre
Burton,
over him.
yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like so he plays there last year and played good,
Yeah.
and just doesn't.
Not
get
even
this
in
year. And he was
consideration.
18th man last game.
Yeah.
So how does you look at Queensland? You go so Brimson was the 18th man.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in that position leaves or
Yeah.
goes out.
He's straight in.
He goes straight in.
Yeah.
Burton's 18th man. 3 positions become available basically because you've changed your 6.
Yeah.
You've changed your 7 at some stage.
Yeah. Well, even the boat.
4.
Like,
You can almost say 4.
Crichton could have been left out.
Well, you'd say centre, right? So
Yeah.
centre, 6, 7 if you want to. He's playing 7 now, so
Yeah.
why couldn't he? 7, and then you could
Utility.
almost say the 14 as well. So 4 positions.
I'd
four
say-
positions
I'd
have come
say-
available
I'd
while
say
he's been.
either centre as well. So you could say 5.
You
Like,
could almost say 5, yeah.
Yeah.
But like Crichton's held down that spot every game, so
Yeah.
you can almost say like.
I understand, but he's not
I
been
mean,
that great.
I mean, if it's become available,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if he's gotten dropped,
Yeah.
that's become available.
Yeah.
Like he's dropped someone for someone else. He's kept
Yeah,
him
yeah.
there, so you'd say 4. There's
Yeah.
still 4
Yeah,
positions,
four
right?
spots.
4 spots.
he can't even crack it.
And he was the 18th man, and he can't make. He's not even in the
because-
fucking
It's
squad.
because he had a shit game yesterday.
Oh my
Because
god,
Freddie's got the blinders on, mate.
it actually hurts me.
Yeah.
It hurts my soul just thinking about it, bro.
It's crazy. Like, I just don't get what. Like, he's got the blinder goggles on, just watching this weekend, and that's what it is.
Oh man, I can't do it. Anyway, Josh Adokar, he keeps his spot.
And only out of, like, who replaces him?
Who?
Like,
Josh
Yeah.
Adokar.
he's
I
not
would've-
been that great either.
If you want, okay. If you wanted to,
Maybe Garrick?
the other one that we didn't even bring up that I reckon could also be in front of Bradman Best, and I think probably is Tago.
Yeah.
So you'd probably say Tago, Burton, and fucking Tony Staggs.
Yeah.
Would be the 3 that I would put in front of before I'd even think about choosing Bradman Best.
Yeah.
Is that really that?
No, and Tago's like a pretty decent defender
Yeah.
and a great attacker.
Yeah.
And Bradman Best is a good attacker.
And
but
he
not-
played sick on the weekend if that's
did.
what he's going off.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if we're
Yeah, but
going
it's-
off that.
But if they played Sunday Arvo, maybe he would have got the spot.
Yeah. Fuck. And he played a better team.
Yeah.
He played the fucking Storm and
Storm, yeah.
rolled him.
Dominated, yeah.
Absolutely rolled him, mate.
I don't.
And so, yeah, the only one that I was going to say with Josh Adokar is you could have played Crichton on the wing.
Yeah.
And you could have played, if you wanted to keep Bradman Best because you think he's great, and then you have that other centre spot open for either Tago or Burton
Staggs.
or Staggs.
Yeah.
You know, that was the other way they could have went because I didn't think Adokar's played good in either game.
Neither.
Personally, I don't think he's been good.
No. He's too, not,
You know,
like,
the
too small compared to the other.
They clearly don't care about putting older players back in and shit. And
Yeah.
then they could have even put like Tupou in.
Yeah.
He was actually really good for us on the weekend, like really, really good. And he's been back for like 2 or 3 weeks now. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying because I'm a Roosters fan. I'm just saying like if he wants to go
Yeah,
down
like,
this route,
yeah.
well, he didn't perform, and he's
should-
clearly
yeah.
picking people that are in form. And Tupou played really well, so
Yeah.
why didn't he pick him?
Yeah.
So it's like some rules for some and some for not. Like
Yeah.
some for others. Like
Yeah.
Cody Walker, I don't understand
I
that.
don't understand.
What like fine, he's great. He's been playing good. He was my pick for game 2.
Yeah, same.
But it doesn't make sense now. Like if you're not going to pick him for game 2, why would you pick him for game 3?
Yeah, what's the point?
Well, the game's done. Like
we're
the
gone, yeah,
series is gone. Why are you putting someone that's like 32, 33 years old in, or however the
We
fuck
talked
old
about it
he
the
is?
other day. Like, Matt Burton, Nico Hines. I'd had Nico Hines.
It had to be one of them two.
Had to be.
It had to be.
Because, like, look at the future.
You're blooding him in.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me that that's him, done. He came on for 5 minutes in the centres, mate, and missed a tackle.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
What are we talking about?
It's Freddie, mate.
He didn't play a fucking full game and have a shocker. He came on for 5 minutes
Yeah.
and Munster, who steps on the outside of fucking 20 people every game,
Yeah.
little goosey and awayed him.
Yeah.
Like, it
And
happens,
then now
bro.
he's, like, banished.
Banished from the whole squad for the rest. Like,
Yeah. They need, like...
Oh,
yeah.
my
This
God.
was the opportunity to get him in, get a full game under his belt. The result doesn't really matter.
it doesn't matter.
Like, it doesn't matter. It's for pride, yeah.
So what's the
but,
point
like, give
of-
him a full game.
So can you tell me what the point of Cody Walker is? Like, what is the point of it? Does that mean that he's going to play next year there?
Well, I can't even tell you because like
Is that what they're trying?
But
Like,
that's
that
if
doesn't
you
make
look,
sense.
you would say that's what the plan is. But how can that be the plan?
It can't be.
It can't be. He's
going to be
33
fucking,
or something.
He'll probably retire next year from Origin footy or like rep footy.
Where's Jack Whiten?
He's older than Jack Whiten.
Where's Jack Whiten?
But he's older than him.
I know. We need a Jack Whiten.
But then you go, where'd you play Jack Whiten? You play him at 6 or centre?
6.
Or centre?
6.
Centre? I don't know.
We get another year out of him.
Fuck, man.
Dude, yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, we'll move through it. Mitchell Moses, Jake Trbojevic, that's fair.
Yeah, we said
that's fine.
Trbojevic will come in.
Cook over Robson, do you reckon they'll switch him before the game again? Why don't you just fucking select him there? We know you're going to do it.
Yeah. He's trying to play mind games with himself.
He's literally just fucking confusing himself.
Yeah.
So RCG, is Barlow injured or suspended? So he's just got dropped.
Yeah.
He's just completely dropped the team.
Wow. Like, is that him done now?
If Freddie's a coach, clearly.
Fuck.
So I don't mind the RCG like.
I don't. Yeah, he's like,
but to be put in over Barlow,
yeah,
like completely just switched, not for me.
Nah.
Then we've got Liam Martin. So Liam Martin's been our best player for 2 games. We've been crying out for him to start, and then you start him in the game that doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right.
Are you surprised?
Well, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Colin Matangi, fair selection, but for him to just completely, so they've dropped Frizzell, who was one of our better players.
Yep.
Just completely dropped him out of the team for what? And then they just fucking dominated on the weekend. He was really good.
Yep.
So Colin Matangi's just a clean swap there somehow.
Like, which we thought he might be game 1 anyway, but it's like, it's good for him. Like, I'm glad he's getting an opportunity, but I just don't think it was at the expense of Frizzell.
So they've dropped Frizzell for Colin Matangi.
Yep.
And they've dropped Hudson Young for Jacob Saifidi.
Essentially, yeah. Who was our other bench player last game?
So they've dropped Stefano as well,
Yeah,
who played 5 minutes.
For Gutho.
Fuck me dead.
We're so light on the bench.
Fuck me, honestly. They're carrying one forward on the bench because they've got Isaiah Yeo at 14.
I assume he will be playing
as a 10 kind of thing.
Yeah.
They did that. They tried to do that with Murray in game 1. It didn't work.
But he's bigger body.
But I don't know. Or do like when he comes on, does he go to 13 and Murray goes to the front row? Like I could see him doing that.
I could see him doing it, but he touches the ball too much.
Maybe I reckon they've got Murray in to sort of like take the sting out the game, do his hard yards, do fast play the balls, get that, and then he comes on and does his little
touch the ball 10 times a set.
Do you reckon? I guarantee that's what they do. I bet they do. I bet it. I bet that's what happens.
I hope not, but it will be.
So where does Gutho come on?
He's the utility.
So he just doesn't play if nothing happens.
Like a Nico.
So we're just going in with a player less.
Maybe he'll
and be fucked.
Maybe Teddy will get a rotation.
So the other thing is
maybe Teddy will get a rotation. Maybe he'll sub Teddy.
Does this mean well, then you look at it, right, and you go, okay, Clint Gutherson's in the team.
Yeah.
Scott Drinkwater was at 18th man. Is Gutherson the next fullback?
Exactly. I would have had Drinkwater on the bench. If you're going to play Gutho, you might as well have Drinkwater.
Well, he's saying that Gutho is the next fullback. If Teddy's out, Gutho's in. It has to be because he's in front of Scott Drinkwater. Or is he just saying he's a better utility?
The 18th man doesn't mean jack shit, mate. We don't.
But then I feel like Scott Drinkwater could come on and play 6. If he had to.
100% he could.
He could play in the centres. He could easily defend there.
Yeah,
and he can play fullback.
Yeah,
I don't think Gutho could necessarily. He can.
I think he's played in the centres for Origin.
But he's a better ball player, as in Drinkwater is. I reckon he could be
more creative.
Better 6.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll get swapped out.
And I think Drinkwater, you don't need it because you're carrying fucking Robson anyway or Cook, but he could easily play at dummy half probably too.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe that will be the one
what
that gets
happened
changed.
the last time that Gutho played in centres?
He got fucked.
He got fucked.
Yeah.
So has he just forgotten that? Because he's done the same thing what he did with... So Hines gets fucked in the centres for one play, gets banished, but then in 2 years' time, will he have forgotten about it, so he comes back into the team?
Well, hopefully he's not the coach in 2 years'
Gutherson
time.
has, trying to think.
Probably.
The thing I hate about this the most is the fact that Freddie was my hero growing up.
Yeah.
He was your Andrew Johns, just like
Yeah.
and he's just like kind of ruined it for me. He's ruining my legacy of being my hero, mate. And I fucking hate it. Honestly.
I love it.
Oh, it's genuinely hurting me.
Yeah.
It's not good for the soul at all.
It's good for the views, but
Oh,
just watching your like heart like that Simpsons fucking me where watch your heart break.
it's breaking my heart. Don't tell me it's not breaking yours too.
Oh, like
It's breaking your heart for different reasons.
yeah. It hurts.
So the Saifidi thing, fine, but like for Stefano to get dropped for him, just completely. He played 8 minutes, bro.
I know.
He didn't even have a chance.
No.
And then you just don't.
I think
doesn't make the squad.
No,
Like, what the fuck?
And I think like maybe like I like Jacob's good and everything. I love him like what he does for the Knights. Maybe Spencer Leniu was one.
I was about to say that. And the next one, Spencer Leniu, he's in 9th man. He's been the better forward out of all of these players.
Yeah.
Jake's played one game.
Yep.
So he played good, and I understand they want to pull back like, get a bit of like experience in the team or whatever, which is fine. Campbell Dillard's only been back for a couple of weeks. He's been good, but I don't think he's been any better than Leniu.
No.
Okay, maybe you wanted a starting front rower, and Leniu doesn't really start, but he's a perfect bench. Perfect. So for me, he's better than Saifidi off the bench. Like he's the perfect bench player to come on.
Yeah.
He should have been there last game, I thought.
Saifidi's a better starter.
Yeah. Well, I thought he should have
probably
been there
would have
last
had
game.
Saifidi over RCG starting.
Yeah. I don't think if it was me, I would have just, there's a lot of things in this team that are wrong, but if there's one change I'd make right now is I'd fuck off Gutherson and I'd put Leniu at 17.
Fuck off Gutherson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you pick Gutherson then? Why do you need him?
No, I would have Drinkwater over Gutho and Leniu.
But so you want to carry two utilities?
I think they're probably plan on using. Maybe they plan on using Robson when he comes on.
But they did it in game one. It didn't work, bro.
No, but
they
Robson
carried
didn't
one
play.
less forward and it didn't work.
Yeah, but maybe Robson will come on and play like a Cotter role.
Well, they can do that, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because they like you hear people keep saying like they're similar body type.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
We've talked about these fuckers a lot, so let's move on, eh?
Fucking hard.
Just heartbreaking, really.
So heartbreaking.
All right, bit of news. Let's move into it. So we'll start off. We did talk about Brooks getting signed for Manly last week, but there was a few more literally happened like just after we sort of got off air. So Jackson Bolo obviously signed for him. Tommy Talau, we sort of talked about there was that switch there.
Yeah.
But then they've also re-signed Kohler and Schuster. And Schuster's not till the end of next year he re-signed for, so he's already re-signed for a little bit. Where's everyone playing, bro?
I think apparently they put like a deal on the table as like you're playing second row if you don't like it.
But apparently he's on 800 playing second row.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then Brooks, I didn't realize he signed for like 3 years too.
4 years.
4 years, sorry. Yeah.
On 600 or something.
I don't care. I don't really don't like Manly,
No,
but
neither.
it's just weird. It's weird signings.
It is.
I get the Barlow one. It gives him depth. Like he
Yeah.
might not start every week. Like that's fair, and he played pretty well for us. Like
Yeah.
I understand why he left us because he was on an option. So like he was on minimum wage and he had 1 year plus an option in his favour.
Yeah.
So he obviously wanted more money, and then he played well enough that he'd probably go get that more money.
Yeah.
we
Like
couldn't offer it
100,000 more or something.
I think we were gonna re-sign him, but then we re-signed Tupou for next year again.
Yeah.
And then we got another, got some fast as dude coming from England,
You got Dom Young.
and then got Dom Young as well.
Yeah.
So there's like a few, and Suoliti re-signed for next year. So there's like a few options there. So I understand why we let him go. Good signing for them, that one. Tommy Talau, fair. But then like they've got Kohler, and then I guess they're going to have to move on some players. Like there's going to be a few there. Morgan Harper's definitely going to have to go.
Yeah, it has to be. Brad Parker?
Might have to go.
Surely not.
I don't think he's re-signed.
True.
They might have to let him go because I just can't see where
Where
he fits in unless he's the backup. But then I feel like he's that guy that you just keep. He's like he's like the Jared Croker type vibe. You just like, play him every week.
Yeah. You just know what you're going to get. Like exactly. 7 out of 10 every week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Very.
Not sure about the 4 years and then the Schuster thing. I don't think Schuster's done enough to warrant to re-sign right now. Anyway, wouldn't you give him like another 6 months and go, look,
finish the year off
doing
strong,
it, bro. Like let's see how you go.
Yeah.
And then we'll sign you at the end of the year.
They obviously didn't want to lose him.
But I think he can't. Like, I think he's signed for the next year, bro. Like, I don't think he.
But he can talk out November 1.
Well, that's ages away.
Yeah. Well, maybe
so let's play for the rest of the year, mate, and then we'll sign you before November 1.
Like, I don't know. They're a basket case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. So Zach Lomax has been given the green light to leave. Apparently,
I don't understand.
So
they'll give him.
I don't think he's like he cops a lot of criticism, man.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily agree with a lot of it.
I
know he does some little bits but he plays in the centers, bro. He's so isolated. He tries to do things because they just suck.
Yeah.
Like you put him in a good team.
Yeah, he'll probably like dominate. Yeah.
But it's like
he
cops so much shit, man. I don't know why.
Is that not just the Dragons at the moment?
Yep.
Like they'll give him the green light to go, like immediately.
Yeah.
But Ben Hunt wants to go,
and they won't let him go.
It's so strange.
What about Ben Hunt now saying that he's committed
to the rest of the year?
Yeah.
But he wants out.
But he's
next
like
year.
full committed.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he can't be full committed.
But how can you be full committed when you wanted out, but then now they blocked you, so now you're full committed? It's like they've forced you to commit. It's not that you wanted to commit.
No. Apparently he's got like a meeting with Flano after Origin.
Yeah.
So they can like discuss shit, but he doesn't want to be there.
Doesn't want to be there, man. Just let the time go.
Yeah.
But
it's just it's like they
went down the track that I was talking about last week though. How I said like, well, fuck him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So interesting the Zach Lomax one. If you see anywhere he could end up, where do you reckon? Like where would he go?
Who needs a centre?
He'd be on all right money too.
Yeah.
But you'd have to put him on a fair bit, so it's like who could afford him too?
Maybe Newey?
Fuck off.
Maybe. Well, we're losing Dom Young.
It's not a winger. No.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
Who's
he could almost be like
what about Broncos? Because they're losing Farmworth.
Yeah. I feel like Arthur's all just slot in there.
True.
Well, they might move Cobbo to the centres or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be interesting to see what they do next year with that.
Yeah.
Maybe play like Tristan Saylor or something. You know what I mean? They could do something there.
Yeah, they've got like depth.
They just re-signed him.
Yeah, they've got good depth.
Yeah, I don't know.
really
maybe
know,
like Canberra, something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Jared Croker might not be there much longer.
True.
And, you know, he could be something there. They've got some all right back. Like, they've got some young guns. Like, what's his name? Savage hasn't even really been playing.
No.
And he was killing it last year.
Yeah.
But
just can't crack it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I have to think about it a bit more.
But like, he'd be probably a valuable pickup to
a
club, like for the right price.
He's good, bro. Like, fucking just come to the Roosters, mate. We don't have enough centers.
Fuck off.
We're all good.
Fuck off.
We'll find a spot, man. We'll just play you like in between the centers and like where the 7 or 6 sit. We'll just put you there somewhere.
Fuck off.
Be fine.
Nah. Fuck you.
So you sent me this one today saying that Tino and Fifoita apparently have clauses that at the end of this year they are technically free agents because Holbrook has been sacked.
It's pretty big.
I bet you it's more just like shit floating in the air than real. Like it probably is real, but I can't see him leaving. They're a gun team.
But can they like?
If Hunt's going there next year, you really think they're going to leave?
No.
They got a chance to like top 4 next year.
But maybe they'll be like, well, if Hunt doesn't come.
You're saying this. They're on that much fucking money already.
I know, but give us a bit more.
Whoever could have signed Fifoita at the start of the year. He was off contract and no one wanted him.
Yeah.
He re-signed with, I think, Broncos.
Now they would.
Broncos put, why?
Because he's been playing great.
Yeah, but we always just could see it happening. You just didn't have a fucking ball player inside him.
Yeah, I know, but like now you see it.
Yeah, but everyone knew it was going to be there. If you went to any team that had a fucking decent ball player, it was going to happen. Yeah. No one knew. Like, he didn't just go from being a gun to just being like dog shit for no reason. Like everyone knew why.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
You know what I
true.
mean?
But
he probably got paid overs.
yeah.
That's the only reason his contract's less is because
He didn't have
his first contract was he got overs to go there. Like that's what dragged him to the Gold Coast. It wasn't the fact that like he was worth that.
Yeah.
You know?
And like Tino, I guess they're on pretty big money, aren't they?
They're not going to leave.
Nah.
Why would you?
Nah. They're
They're
building
through all
something.
that shit, you know?
Yeah. They're building something good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were dog shit, if they were coming like second last, yeah, great. I could definitely see it happening.
Yeah.
They're challenging to make. I know that their coach just got sacked, but like they weren't going that bad. They're probably. I think they're higher than the Roosters right now, aren't they? They're like sitting 7th or some shit, or 9th maybe,
10th, I think,
something around there. But they still can make the 8.
How funny to think you're like coming 8th.
We're talking like 13th, bro. We're 1 point behind, in front of you.
Yeah.
Fucked.
They are for and against us.
Your for and against is like 29.
26.
Yeah. Ours is like minus 100 and something. Nah, it's not that bad. Because like we've lost nearly all the games we lose is like by 4 or less.
Yeah.
Our last
Well,
three,
that's
I think our last 3 losses have been by 2 points.
That's like being the Knights as well. It's 4 to the Broncos, 2 to the U's. Like
it's fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah. So I don't think they'll leave. I think it's more smoke than anything.
Something to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. It did remind me. One of our listeners did write a comment, and I said that I would ask you it because it's about the Knights. Oh, I know what it's about. Yeah, I just remembered. But I'll just read it to you.
Is this a J up?
No, it's serious.
Okay.
Said, can someone please explain how Miller isn't Sam Martin, by the way? Sam Martin 3955.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam. Can someone please explain how Miller isn't back in the one spot? Probably this question was before the weekend, by the way. So just put it into context.
Yeah.
Dominated at 6 last week in Cup. This was the perfect game to play him at 14 and let him run wild for the last 30 minutes of the game. We looked so promising before we had his form dip, yet now seems like he has been made an outcast. Everyone else seems to get away with get chances basically. Yet he only got the one. Like, I thought I'd ask you because you are a Knight supporter.
Yeah, I think. Well,
try not to think about it from after this weekend.
No,
because it kind of fucks it a little bit.
Yeah, but
I think before.
I think even before this weekend, like Ponga's been playing great.
Heath. Well, there's comments saying that the opposite.
He doesn't. It's from this guy, Sam.
Well, not him. Like other people have wrote on it and said that like
Ponga's not been that good or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I think Ponga's been like one of our best players the last 5 weeks. Even though we've been losing, he's still been trying. I would probably put Lachie Miller on the bench over Kurt Mann.
Yeah, but then it's hard because Mann had a pretty good game.
He did, but everyone had a good game.
Yeah. It wasn't hard. It was like a training fucking run. And that's what I was trying to say to you, but you got a bit fiery about it last night.
Yeah.
It's not a great... What did I say? I think I was like...
Yeah, it's not a great gauge of where you're at.
Yeah. It's fucking sick. You had a win, but it's like... When it's that one-sided, it's like, well, the other team's just not even playing. So it's like, where are you actually at? Yeah. Are you actually that good? Or...
Well, that's not. Time will tell.
And that's the hard thing, though, because you're like, well, the last week we were talking about your coach getting sacked. So, like, where are you at on the spectrum? Is your coach getting sacked or are you fucking 66-0? Like, that's where you are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Yeah, we're definitely... It's
and
like
then
definitely...
You cracked the shit over it.
But I didn't crack the shit.
Yeah, you did.
You were being a bit of a cunt, so...
You just couldn't hear the context. I text you it and just seemed
like
I was being salty. I'm telling you now.
You were, just because the Roosters lost. Dude.
Fuck off. This was before the Roosters even played, you dickhead.
You knew they were going to lose.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone else said, Mike said, don't even get me started on this. Bloke still leads our Dally M count. Ponga keeps getting looked after, even with the team underperforming. Like, obviously, it's before this weekend. Coincidentally, when he's in, and him being poor, yet Miller has 3 below par games and he's essentially banished. Adam O'Brien was right in getting Miller in, but his management of Miller has been shocking. Yeah, couldn't really disagree with that, to be fair.
I think he should get another crack,
but where
on the bench?
Yeah, right.
And then maybe come on give Phoenix Crossland a break, gamble to 9, Miller to 6
Yeah.
for the last 15 minutes of a half or something.
Yeah. I don't think they can change it now, like right now,
No.
because you can't come off that and then change any sort of winning formula when you
Man's
win by
injured
6
every
0.
fucking 3 weeks
Yeah.
anyway.
So, yeah. I think it's like going, it's hard, as I said, after the weekend, it's hard to really say anything bad about him or
you can't do
Adam
make
O'Brien.
wholesale changes.
Yeah, because, what's happened. But leading into that, I was 100% like, pretty rough. Just gets
It is
banished.
rough, yeah. It's shit for him. He started the season.
Yeah, he had a couple
so
shit
well.
games, and you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
struggled with him
Fuck
through
yeah.
that period. But before that, he was your best player.
Yeah, he was.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go, Sam, mate.
I'd
Answered question, mate.
I'd say he gets a crack. He surely gets another crack by the end of the year.
Yeah. All right, we'll move into the games this week, eh?
Let's do it.
First one was Sharks Dragons. Big fucking scorelines this week.
Massive.
But it's just always Origin time, right? Just
Yeah.
teams are cooked, some aren't.
Yeah.
Sharks Dragons 52-16. Just
We saw it
Dragons.
coming. Yeah.
Just dog shit.
Poo, man. I think I don't know the stats up, but I felt like they were sort of in it at the start, like a little bit of an arm wrestle.
They had a little bit, but that just shows you like teams that are just fucked.
Yeah, like Ravalava scored the first try. and
have a
you're
little
like,
go.
Fuck, all right.
Yeah. As soon as there's that little breakdown, it's just
fully broken. Yeah.
I think Dragons were paying like $13 or some shit, weren't they? Like real big odds.
Don't know.
I think they were long odds, man.
Well,
And
rightly so.
yeah, I think I chucked a tenner on them just to like.
Just in case.
You never know.
No, you never know.
You never know. Like they, as you said, they put a bit of a fight up at the start. I think it was like 12 all or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'd be right here. And then they just got pumped. Two things from that for me. One, I said it the other week, and I stand by it. Just watching games at night time that are televised at Shark Park just make me disinterested.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's weird. Like it's the way the cameras are set up or something. It's
Something.
strange.
I just struggle to watch the game. I like even if the Roosters are playing. I like just it's not
like they're
nice
too low to the
watch.
ground.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
weird, bro.
Yeah.
I just I don't like it.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's not. It's you sort of get disinterested.
Yeah.
in it.
A second point is: do you think the Sharks are kind of just like a little bit like Manly in terms of like that flat track bully sort of thing? Like they seem to pump all at like this year anyway.
Yeah.
They seem to pump all
the
these
bottom
like,
8 teams.
and then they don't really show up to the bigger teams.
No,
Like I can't see them doing much this year in the
neither.
finals.
They're not like they were last year.
No.
Like you had last year you saw you're like fuck they're a chance of making grand final.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Yeah, hard to get a gauge on them, man. They're just like they'll do this to a team, and you just like it's kind of like what I just said about the Knights, but it's like you pump the Dragons, cool. Like you only play what's in front of you. I get that. But then like there's the last few weeks, and they've versed definitely better teams, and they just haven't really done anything. I'm just like, well, how good are you? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell, and like what.
They've got the team there to be
They do.
good.
They have a great. Their back line is ridiculous. Their halves are really good. They're a great forward pack.
Yeah,
It's just not like coming together.
It's just not coming together.
Against the good teams. Yeah, definitely like flat track bullies.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
we've sort of talked about the Dragons already. Touched on them a little bit.
Just
Their season's done, bro. Like they're just
spoon. You
There's going to
reckon?
be more of these games this year. I think there will be.
Yeah,
I think the Tigers will sort of just have a little bounce. I know they've had a shocking week, but they've showed signs or glimmers of like being okay. Whereas I just feel like there's too much. They feel like they fuck up, but there's like enough togetherness. And the same with the Bulldogs that they'll get through games and they might win a couple against each other.
Yeah,
Where like the the Dragons are just so broken as a club,
disjointed.
just broken.
Yeah.
They're just. I can't see them winning almost any more games.
Nah.
Maybe one or two. Maybe.
Well, I'm
like it's going to be pure brilliance off of. That's how they always ever win anyway.
Yeah,
it's
Ben
brilliance from either Sloan or Ben Hunt.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, if Ben Hunt's kind of disinterested,
they're fucked.
Their points don't come from anywhere other than Sloan doing like something like he did it on this game.
Just carved up like pirouetted through the middle,
and it's like, but you can only do that once or twice.
Yeah.
So
they're fucked.
Yeah.
I think we looked at the draw a few weeks ago and like Tigers versus St. George in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
That'll be riveting.
I hope it's not on a Friday night or something. I hope it's like a mid Saturday game.
Saturday, 3 o'clock.
I'll be out or something anyway. Please.
Surely.
All right, let's move to the next game. So we had Warriors Rabbitohs, big upset here.
Big upset. In the
6-28
torrential rain,
Yeah,
piercing down. Apparently it was like 5 degrees.
it's weird because there's those 2 games this year that they've played like that. Warriors versus us, and we beat them 14-0
Yep.
over there.
Yeah.
But it was the same sort of weather, and then this, and they've got beaten again. So it's really strange. You'd think like in that weather they'd be the ones
used
that
to it. Yeah. But the other teams just adapted.
Yeah. They just didn't look great.
Nah. How the fuck did DWZ not score?
Oh, I don't know.
How everyone's multis in the world gone.
In the whole world.
In the world.
Everyone had him in.
Surely they did.
Yeah.
2+.
It was a bit weird, man. This is the Warriors of old. This is the shit where you're like,
This like capitulation.
Right. Yeah.
Just take and you can't write them off after a game.
Nah.
But
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's like, does this mean the Rabbitohs are back as well? Or do they just get up because they've gotten smashed the last few weeks where they just had to
get one.
There's that one I feel like it might just be more that where they're just full on, like they're really, really into it.
Yeah.
And the Warriors were just sort of not up for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bit of
It's
both,
one of those, even though they're at home and
there's
almost like I feel like traveling sometimes and they're going over there and it's like almost like rallies the boys together a bit more because it's kind of like
you're on a camp.
You have to, you're in this camp, you're traveling together. And it might actually rather than you traveling to the game maybe separate or whatever it is. It might actually be a bit more.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, it's more
especially when you've had a few losses on the trot and you need to pull the boys together a
bonding
bit.
Session. Get over there on the Monday or something, have a week there, do some fun shit, train, get used to the weather a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed it. South definitely needed it.
Yeah, I thought Trady Walker was good.
Yeah,
come back.
He didn't just blow me away.
No, he didn't blow. I don't think he warranted. If we're picking off the weekend for Origin spots, I don't think he blew me away.
If you're picking
you'd say Hines did better.
100%.
So, not much more to say on that one, man.
No.
I didn't sit down and study this one, to be honest.
Neither.
So, yeah, cool. Move on. So Storm Panthers, that was a really good game for a lot of it.
Good. Yeah.
The scoreline is a bit blown out, but most of the game was a pretty good contest. I think it blew out pretty later on kind of thing. But
does Penrith just keep doing
16 to 34.
Yeah. Penrith just keep doing it.
Weird. We
we
both tipped the Storm, and I thought they were really, really good. Their first 20 minutes, they dominated. Yeah. Well, the first half, and then they were winning 16. What was it, 16-0?
Yeah.
And they got 34 unanswered points put on them.
Yeah.
But they're winning 16-0. I thought that try or no try. What was it in the first half?
Can't remember.
Oh fuck! This is going to do my head in. Do you know what I mean? There was that try controversy thing.
I can't remember.
Let me think about it.
Have a look. You have a think.
It's so long ago, man. You just forget after the weekend, eh?
Yeah,
I need to just write it down. But I thought Welch was fucking awesome, and he just really, really ripped in on him and was dominant. And then they sort of got their bench come on, their bench came in, and it kind of ruined it a little bit. Do you know what I mean? They just didn't have that same punch, and then that's where I felt like the tide started to change a bit.
Yeah.
And Panthers got on top, and then they just didn't hold back from then on, man. Because I think 20 minutes of the side of halftime to the other side is when the bench sort of played, and they kind of lost it in that period. They lost it there, and then it was done. But yeah,
are you talking about the penalty try?
What was that one?
Stephen Crichton penalty try?
No, it was the Storm. Something happened with the Storm. I think they got a try and it wasn't, or something.
Okay.
I think it might have been their second try.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was though. Was it a drop ball maybe?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I can't find it, but
sorry,
and I don't remember.
Yeah, there was something. It was something pretty controversial. Even though everyone was like, "What the fuck?" It probably shouldn't have been a try. But anyway, I thought, as I said, the scoreline probably reflected the game in terms of how it was scored.
Yeah.
16, Storm were dominant, 16-0, and then soon as Welch and those forwards went off and the other ones, and that it just kind of
Spencer's, like, Lenu came on and
you're seeing that just switch like the momentum in the game, and then they scored those tries,
couldn't get it back,
and then it just couldn't get it back.
Yeah.
By the time like all those starting players come back on the field, it was done.
Yeah.
So great win by the Panthers, man. They fucking looking good.
Just like they just keep doing it, like even without Cleary.
And the thing was, the start of the year, their defense was always there. It's just they didn't have the attack. It wasn't clicking. They've lost a lot of players. Yeah, but it's starting to click now.
Starting to click. They just have a habit.
Put 50 on us twice, basically.
Yeah,
so.
and like they just have this habit of like just this sort of fringe 7.
Yeah,
coming in, doing a job,
doing it.
Jack Cogger.
Yep,
it's been great.
Yep,
not overplaying his hand, just doing what he has to do for team.
Yeah, man.
Liam Martin, gun. Like he's dangerous.
Just so like aggressive.
I fucking love. He's an Origin player.
He's so aggressive that it just like it's almost unfair.
Yeah,
for some players.
Yeah, he's trying to take your head off every tackle, but like not. But
then
Bradley
he gets up
style.
and he'll be like, yeah, cool. Like,
yeah,
like he goes into tackles that aggressively. That like, or just like little things that it doesn't even need it.
Yeah,
but he's just so. I feel it's like a competitive thing over like being a grub. Like people say he's a grub, but you watch him. He's not being a grub.
He just wants to win every moment.
Aggressive and like,
he wants
does
to
everything
win.
at 100%.
He wants to win the moment.
I know
every moment,
every single moment.
Yeah,
and
that's what you want.
Yeah, it's just
he was such a good player to have on
champions.
Man.
Yeah. Anyway,
sucking them off, aren't we?
I know. My bro suck someone off. Keep losing, mate. So.
Anyway. Fucking suck the Knights off.
Nah, fuck them. All right, next game. Raiders, Titans, 26-22.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this game.
Yeah. I watched bits.
Yeah.
Could have been anyone's.
Right.
Yeah. Titans had a late push for it. But just, Raiders just held out. But nothing like, there was no like overwhelmingly like standout people for me. I think Hudson Young played pretty good, so he got dropped on the back of it from Origin. But
didn't he score like the winning try? I heard or something.
Yeah, he scored the last one. Back to I don't know. I'm not that disappointed.
Yeah,
he's not really done much either, but he hasn't had much game time either.
Yeah, and Titans, how did you feel they went in terms of like they didn't get blown out or anything, so they must have played okay.
They played all right. Yeah, I think it was like a little bit blown out, but then they pegged it back with like a bit of a run. Yeah, but nothing like overwhelming.
Yeah, right.
To really talk about.
Yep.
Yeah, just a good game of footy.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll move on there. Joel's a man of few words, as you can see, guys.
I'm trying to rack my brain, like, what the fuck happened?
All right, so next one was the Cowboys Tigers.
Yeah, not much happened in that game either.
Nah, just a fucking humping of the ages. But,
good old humping. Fuck, where do you start? Like, is there that much to talk about with them, really?
I actually just felt sorry for the Tigers. It got to about 50 and it was still a long time to go, and I just was like...
Just wanted to end. Like, can they forfeit?
Throw up the white flag here? Like, I just don't.
Imagine they like,
I was getting secondhand embarrassment.
Imagine like Tim Sheen's in the box or Benji or whoever's in there, like, the flag.
You know when like you're watching a movie and I don't know, someone fucking does something and it's like
secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah. But it's like bad where you're just like, oh, I can't even watch this. Oh, fuck.
But you can't not watch it.
I was doing that.
Like a train crash. You're like, oh.
I was like, oh God. It's like when it like says like wet paint don't touch and you just want to touch it. You know?
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah. Fuck. It was
hard.
Oh
God.
Just it was a 42-0 at halftime.
I think so. Yeah.
Fuck.
There was
Fuck.
Is that that's a record, eh?
Yeah.
Like it just in NRL, I think, isn't
NRL.
it? NRL.
I think it's the highest, the biggest win margin since 1935.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear how Todd Payton apparently put the scoreline from the last one?
Yeah. All over the sheds.
All over the sheds and stuff. Yeah. And that's
Love
pretty
that.
good.
That's
I wish I knew that beforehand.
Yeah,
I would have put like a 50-0 pumping.
50 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did put a little bet on the Tigers. Tigers were paying for 13 plus. They think about how much they beat them by last time, right?
Yeah.
For 13 plus, they were paying $26.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, like just before the game. So I put
People, they know this shit, eh?
I put a fiver on with like 2 try scorers.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Fuck it.
fuck man, it was like 100. It was like $100.
Yeah.
100 back for like each thing. So I put like $5 on it. I was like,
Yeah.
could be a $500. Like,
Could be.
it was only 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They beat them by like 50 points.
Different team, eh?
But it's just crazy. Like,
How quick
but
you
they're
can
not
do a
that
turnaround.
different in terms of
They
like.
are though. Like they
but
beat the Storm, they beat the Panthers.
I know, but I'm just saying the team.
Yeah, no, just the attitude.
I think the only difference is like they've got Talmalolo
yeah,
and maybe
it's Origin,
Nanai.
Origin time. They're all firing.
They're all firing.
Yeah.
And then like Tigers have Brooks and Appy out.
Yeah.
Probably your 2 most influential players in that team. So,
Was Stefano played? Hey?
yeah, but influential like,
Yeah, as in
you know,
the playmakers.
yeah.
yeah.
You've got fucking Wakeham and Dane Laurie playing fucking in the halves, man.
Yeah,
And Dane Laurie hasn't played all year basically.
yeah. Very hard to watch that one.
Yeah.
Cowboys is humping, just humped.
Again, it's one of those ones. It's like they've definitely been good.
Yeah,
I need another week from them to see like get a gauge of where they're really sitting. Because like they've definitely beaten a few teams if they're on that up. But they did that.
Yeah.
They did that for a bit, and then they got humped by the Tigers.
Yeah.
Remember that? They like went on
yeah.
that bit of a run, then got humped. Then they've sort of gone on another run. Sorry, are they
I
going to
love another one.
Yeah, you would. Are they going to get humped again? And that's why I just need to see like one more week and go. Yeah, I know they're probably, and it's probably not going to be. I don't know if they're a buy this week coming, but
Not too sure.
if they do, it might not be. If they don't, sorry,
think they
it might
might
not be
have-
that week that I need to see because a lot of their players are out. But the week after,
yeah,
it's
I
kind of
think
like
Cowboys might have still 2 buys.
2
to go.
buys. I think Dolphins do as well.
Yeah, Broncos.
Broncos do as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and South.
yeah. Our last one's this weekend,
Same.
so
So
That's
no
not good.
no Newcastle, no Roosters content. Fuck. Should
what
we
are we
do
gonna
it?
do?
Should we even do a potty next week?
Ashes are back on Thursday.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
talk
true.
about
We
that.
got some stuff to talk
Yeah.
about. And there's UFC on Sunday.
Oh, Volk.
Volk.
The Volk.
Well, maybe we'll talk about it a little bit then.
Yeah. Cool. Move on.
Let's move on.
Can't say much more about that.
Nah, just a good on
humping.
humping.
Broncos Dolphins 24-16. Really good game.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really
They
good
just
game.
turn
Just
up,
class at the end, really. Like,
Yeah.
just got him over the line.
Yeah,
Probably
that-
brilliance, man.
Yep. Yeah, just the experience too. Like Adam Reynolds just kicking him around.
Yeah.
You're like, Dolphins have been just like that story, hey, this year. They've been
Are
so
they
good
falling
to
off
watch.
a cliff now?
A little bit, yeah.
That was kind of what people said would happen because they've got like those
maybe
older
10
players.
Yeah, but maybe 10 weeks ago they thought it would happen.
Apparently, Jeremy Marshall King's out for the season now.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's sort of been their like heart and soul.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't know
gonna be
really
tough.
where they cover. Do they put Nicarima into hooker and put Hammer back? I think Hammer needs to go back to fullback.
He was good in the centres,
He was good, but
but like he didn't get the ball enough.
nah.
Like he did get the ball a lot, but
Yeah, but not enough.
it's
like,
almost he's better there in terms of like you can just use him as a strike player.
Yeah.
But I don't think you have the
there's not enough depth to not have him at
exactly.
fullback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly maybe next year.
Maybe.
Like you put like Herbie there or
there,
something. Like and I think again Averillo put him there.
Yeah.
Played for the Bulldogs the year before.
Yep.
You know. But then it's like, well, they're probably 2 pretty good centers, so you just play them in center.
Yeah.
And play So
Yeah,
it's,
you got
it's
a bit
hard.
of, like,
I
you
think
got a
he's
bit
just
of
trying to fit
freedom.
everyone in.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he didn't want to obviously play Nicarima at 14. Like he thought he was probably like a, worth starting kind of role.
And he is.
So
And
what,
he
you
is-
reckon you
he's
just play
good.
him at 9?
Yeah.
Who were they playing at 9? Like Ray Stoner, like
Ray
is that what
Stoner.
he's coming off at 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably just do
I think
that.
just play him at 9.
Probably makes sense.
Because then you've got everyone in your team that you want in your team.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes probably the most sense.
Broncos are good.
Yeah.
They're just humming. Getting the wins.
Well, they've been losing, man.
Yeah,
Or, like
but-
winning, but not well. But
Yeah.
this one, you could see Kevy was into him last week,
Yeah,
and he definitely
100%.
I tipped him. I didn't think they'll win by much, but I knew they'd just somehow figure out a win.
Yeah.
Because after that, I just knew they'd be up for it. Like I just
Yeah.
knew he'd have been into him all week. And I think it was around effort
yeah.
or like attitude over like them not being good, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, or something like
for
that.
sure.
So
And like Payne Haas, injured out of that game.
Yeah. So they said it was his hamstring, but then someone's
People
come
saying
out
it's
this
his
week saying
ankle.
it's his ankle. So who the fuck knows? Either way, he's out.
Yeah.
But he was so good in that game.
So good. He's just like elite.
Yeah.
And he's like so young.
Makes me cry. Makes me cry. Don't have him for the Blues. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much more to say on that one.
Nah.
Thought Tristan Saylor did well.
He did well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Walsh out.
Great depth.
Yeah.
Like he's good to have
Who was
there in
their
that depth.
edge guy? The headgear fella. He was good. I don't know his name.
Oh, yes.
Like he come in for Ricky.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
actually really good.
Pecora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was decent.
He was good. I had him for a try scorer, but he didn't
Mm.
score. He scored last week. Fuck you.
Anyway, we'll move on. The game, let's call it the stinker of the round. Bulldogs Knights, 0-66.
Club record.
Go and say what you need to say.
I don't even. What can I say? I'm humble in victory.
Is there any single person you might want to shout out to?
Suck off.
Edward
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about Ponga.
Edward Foot.
Joe just texted me last night. He's like, "Did you message Ed?" I was like, "Nah, mate. I'm not a cunt like that." He's like, "I would have messaged him on every try, in-depth analysis." So fuck.
Oh.
If I was a cunt, I would do that. But
Yeah. Sorry to our mate.
sorry,
Edward.
Ed. Sorry, Edward. Not sorry.
I
that
did
much.
message him.
Did you?
Yeah. I think I sent it
Oh,
to
you
you.
said you did. You
Yeah,
said
I
it
wrote
to
to Edward, bruh, the Knights, pathetic.
me. Did you reply?
No, didn't reply.
Coward.
He's a coward.
He's probably crying.
The
still.
only reason I did that too is because every week the Roosters lose. He needs to because the Bulldogs don't win, he needs to feel joy somehow
Yeah.
in watching footy.
Yeah.
And he gets joy out of the Roosters losing and giving me shit because he knows it will rile me up.
Yeah.
Every week he's like, fucking you suck shit. So I was just like, couldn't
Yeah.
pass up the opportunity. You know?
Yeah. They were woeful, but
They were so bad.
and like they beat themselves. Like Knights polished it off, but you know they had so many turnovers. I think they had 57 missed tackles.
57.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 56 or 57. It was fucked.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so bad. And
That is
just
fucked.
to start the game, the Knights completed one from the first 4 sets. So we completed 25% at the start of the
Yeah.
game from 4 sets.
I missed the first 10 minutes
Yeah.
because I was like going to my
Playing-
mum's. But
The
yeah,
Knights were not playing
when I
that
turned
good.
it on, I was like, they didn't like score that many tries in the first
No, it
little
was
bit.
0-0 for the first like 12 minutes, 13 minutes.
I thought so.
Yeah. I think it was just like feeling out the game, I guess. The Knights didn't score
Yeah.
and they were playing quite shit. But then as soon as we got down there and it was like
Mental.
in. Yeah.
And then it was just the fucking turnstiles, eh?
Turnstiles, man.
Yeah.
That
I feel like
their
Phoenix
right
Crossland
edge,
just went through the middle like 8 times.
he did.
I was like,
He's
what is
so-
happening?
Dude, it's so
It was
they
weird.
They gave up.
Oh, 100%.
They gave up.
It was so
went
bad.
Half time 30-0, they gave up.
And the thing that is like quite frustrating, I'm not even obviously a Doggies fan, but it's quite frustrating is I remember at the start of the year they were getting beat and I said, but they're sticking in games, they're showing
Yeah.
fight, you know, like
They're only
there was that
getting
one
beaten by,
against
like,
Souths
12
and
or
stuff, they got
something, or
pumped, but
8,
like for
yeah.
most of the game they're sticking in it and
Yeah.
you know, there's games like that and I'm like, you know, you can see their culture changing and they're kind of reverted back to last year, man. And it's
Yeah.
just like they're running out of steam, their young players aren't
Just
like
don't have
gelling,
that, yeah.
or is it like
It's that mid-year slump as
is
well.
it what they've learnt all these years previously? I know, like I've heard like Willie say on the Levels podcast with thing like they had to change the whole culture of the whole club because it was just rotten to the core.
Yeah.
And is it some of that coming back in? Like,
Yeah.
is it that? You know what I mean? Is it like
has to
that
be
sort of
some.
coming back through into the
It's like you
seeping
can't,
in?
Yeah, you can't. You can put put the wool over it, like, but it's not
And
gone.
this is the time of year where that shit does seep in.
Yeah.
All the start of the year, the
yeah,
hopes,
the hype, fucking ready to go.
Yeah, you've got all your players, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you start getting injuries, and you know the grind of the
That
season,
fatigue
that
sets
cold.
in.
It's mid-year. You got to fucking go to train every week. You got to turn up for games, and
Yeah.
it's Origin, and your big plays are out, and it's like
yeah,
all that. I think
It's
just
just culminated into
culminated
this,
into
like,
this, yeah, this
capitulation.
massive turd,
This is the big blue turd,
big fucking turd. Has to
big
be, eh?
bulldog shit.
Yeah. Big dog shit.
Big dog shit.
Uh,
Feel
yeah.
bad though, because
I think it could be that.
yeah, it could be. They didn't deserve to get pumped that hard, but I'm fucking glad we did it.
Well, you dish up that, you do.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Like it's not great viewing if it's not
It's
like
fucking great viewing.
If it's like mutual, like
yeah. It would have been shit.
a
It
shit
still would have
viewing.
been fun to watch.
yeah. As I said, you get to a point where you're like, oh, this is just
Just
difficult.
kill them already.
It's just difficult to watch. Turn it off.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, hard one. Anyway, anyone say anything else?
Yeah. The Knights love you. Nah, they were like, they did with it, like, it wasn't, they got the 2 points, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What I was talking about this today, what I was most happy with was right at the end, like 10 seconds to go, Dogs looked certain to score. And then just turned up, kept them out.
There's a few times there they just sort of, they definitely turned up, but there was also a few like misplaced passes by them. For sure. They fucked up. I was like,
at the end, that last one,
they should have.
They should have scored.
Yeah, and they did well to keep it to nil.
Could have just been like, fuck it, just let them score.
Yeah,
That's
Knights
almost
of
more
old
impressive.
would have done that.
100%.
Probably. Yeah,
That's more impressive.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There is
66.
those signs where the you are making those changes, and there is things that's changing, but
it just needs to be
you just
more
don't know.
consistent.
You don't know from that performance because they were just so bad at the same time.
But
you know,
but
yeah,
just definitely take it though.
Oh, 100%.
Better than losing.
Mate, I'd take a 6-0 win. I'd take any win right now.
I love seeing you like this.
It's rare, eh?
Fuck yeah.
It's rare.
It's good. This is what my life is like.
Yeah, fuck. Anyway.
Move on.
Yep. So, Manly Roosters 18-16.
Run me through your feelings.
I actually think this could be our turning point of our season. I think the second half of so it sounds really weird and probably doesn't look good, but last week, you know, we got beat 2 weeks in a row, these last 2 weeks. But last week, I think the second half and then this whole game could be a turning point in our season because there's an attitude change and we actually look like we're playing well and we're playing for each other. And I feel like they didn't have that in the last few things. Yep. I think they've figured out how they want to use Manu. Like the last 2 weeks has been awesome in the centres.
That last half an hour yesterday.
Yeah.
Where they must have just been like, just go, be a fullback.
Just early ball, swing it.
Yeah. But he was also roaming. Like he was getting around a bit.
I've got this theory before I go on with that. I was thinking about it. Why don't they move Manu to the left?
Yeah.
Because they keep saying that like... I
guess he could play left, right?
They were saying...
He played 5'8".
Yeah, he plays fullback. Like, he can play there.
Yeah.
But when he plays 5'8", he plays on the right.
Yeah, true.
They just keep him out there.
Yeah.
But like, I was thinking like, I just feel like your right to left is your dominant side. So the left center is always normally your strike center, right? Well, he's our strike center. So it's like, well, why don't you just move him to the left? I know he's always played there, but it's like, I know we're playing right now, so it's not important, I guess, to do it right now. But like, I just feel like for moving forward, if he's going to stay at center and you're not playing him anywhere else, he should play on the left because like even look at the week before, they're like, oh, Billy Smith dropped, I don't know, like fucking 14 runs and he had 9 or some shit. And I'm like, well, just switch him.
Yeah.
Why don't you just switch him then? Like, because everyone passes that way. Your dominant half is Luke Keary. He plays on the left.
Yep. Yeah.
You know,
like they'd be more effectively used on the left, you would think.
I thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It won't happen, but...
I know, but I just thought it was theory I'd throw up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought we played really, really good. And then, honestly, man, I hate throwing about refs, but I think we got fucking shorthanded a few times. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Like,
what was the penalty count?
You get some, you lose some, but fuck. So I think the total penalty count was 10-3 against us. And we do concede penalties, but 10-3. And then I think the second half, I'm pretty sure it was 7-0.
So it was 3-3 penalty count at half time.
Pretty sure.
And 7-0.
I'm 99% sure that's what
they
it
were
was.
In the ruck. They were perfect.
That's penalty and 6 again.
Yeah.
And there was 2 6 agains and 8 penalties or some shit.
But they were perfect.
Apparently,
in the second half.
They were the perfect team. Robbo said it best. I've got actually a thing here. I'll just play this because it's probably it goes for about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen if you don't want to skip it. But I thought I'd throw it in because like I could explain it, but I thought his press conference was perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just find it. Get this bad boy up.
Sort of set it up in the first half really well. You know, they were playing, such a strong brand of footy, you know, and then obviously Cherry's interceptor going at half time, but then we've sort of righted that in the second half. Came out and kept going. You know, I felt like we were, we were really strong tonight for nearly all the match. You know, I felt like we were really dominant. I felt like the combinations were there. I felt like our defence was really pressuring. I felt like it was, really strong.
Here's where he has a go. He like switches it without actually saying that.
Yeah, I think that was pretty clear there. You know, we weren't going to get anything tonight. You could see that there was not going to be any call or any assistance there. So we had to.
Reckon you're getting shit for that?
7-0, the penalties, sixes again in the second half. So
Six,
we were just going
6-0, he said. Second half.
Yeah.
Defending, we weren't going to get anything coming off our line. That they were obviously the perfect team in that second half, and we just had to defend, and we kept doing it, except for one. You know, we just missed that one to sort of finish it off. But
Yeah.
the guys were epic.
I mean, you
They
like
kept fighting, and they fought for everything there.
Yeah.
Right at the
He
end.
says about
Just missed execution. We did have an opportunity to win. It would have been great to know.
And he says a bit later on about like it probably didn't make an effect in the end because it led to nothing. But there was the two that pissed me off. Like, it was all that shit, and it's just penalty after penalty. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I think we got jibbed last week with the whole, like, there was that fucking offside thing, even though Whiten just drops the ball off the scrum, and then they get 2 points out of it, and we lose by 2 points. And the same thing happens here. But the one that led to the try was Cherry Evans. He makes a break. I think Nat Butcher pulls him down, like legs tackle, dominant legs. I know like legs tackles aren't dominant anymore, but you have to let some form of like the defender. He's chopped him, right?
yeah.
And then
Gotta
Cherry
get someone
Evans,
advantage.
he went like that, and then Cherry Evans just trotted it up straight away, planted the ball on the ground, which they've changed. How many of those have you seen fucking penalised?
Yeah.
Plants the ball on the ground and then jumps up and does this like goosey thing in the air and then just like falls on the ground and the ball like and he goes and they like penalised it. And I'm just like, that's how many times this year have you seen that go?
Yeah, to the other team.
The other team.
Yeah. Yeah, a few, quite a few.
Fuck, man. That like, and that was just the end of all of that shit of accumulation. 6 penalties against us, and we got none in the second half. Not a single one. We defended our line for about 10 sets in a row.
Yeah.
And it was actually good because you saw that Roosters defense of old that you see, you know, and it was just so good.
Yeah.
And then there was just so much pressure. We couldn't hold them out. And then Ben Travojevic scored. And then we made that break. He was just talking about it. He talks about it a bit after, but down the left and perfect ball from, I think it was Corey Allen. He passes it and passes it to Tupou. I don't even think it was line. I think it went backwards. The touch judge, I can't remember her name, but she's running with it in line, keeps running, and then about 5 meters, like runs for 5-10 meters, and then Ben Cummins, who was in the middle of the field about 30 meters, well, not even like directly in line, he's like back here, and then he called it a forward pass, but the touch judge who was in line with it didn't.
That's their job.
Like, how can that happen?
I don't, yeah.
How can you overrule a touch judge that's running in line, bro?
I don't know.
Fucking was weird, man. I was like,
conspiracy theories.
nah, I'm not even gonna be like, oh, he's fucking getting paid. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those guys. But I'm just like, just weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Anyway, we had a chance to win at the end, and
Yeah.
Sandon Smith kicked it for some reason, but he's young and just is what it
feel
is.
over from that.
But yeah, anyway, that's my rant for the Roosters. I'm not even a rant. I just think we played really good and we got no calls.
Yeah.
I think if on another day, even if we were at home, I reckon we got a few more calls.
Yeah.
I think it was away, as in Brookie. It's hard to probably ref there. They get it like
Or the crowd and that.
I think if that's at home, we win it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, I think it'll be a turning point because I think we've figured out our identity.
Yeah.
You know, like we've really figured it out, and we had a lot of players out. We had no Billy Smith. We had no Suoliti. We had no Egan Butcher. Crichton's out. Satili's out. Brandon Smith's out. Like we had about
Lodge
8.
relegated.
Well, he's gone, but we had at least 6 to 8 starters not playing. Had
Didn't Turpin go off?
Turpin went off within about 30 minutes. He got he got knocked out. So we had
HIA. Grade 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So that's what I mean. Gone. So Hutchinson played basically 50 minutes in the middle. And then we had Radley playing right edge. And we nearly won.
Yeah.
And they were basically full strength other than Tommy Turbo. That's it. So, yeah.
Yeah, you got to take away the positives. And
I don't think we're far off, but we need to start winning.
Yeah. And
we need to go on a bit of a run, otherwise we won't make the 8. We were, I think, with 3 points out.
We touched on Manly a little bit before, and I guess they got the assistance, but they got the win.
Yeah. If you want to listen about Manly, go to fucking LA Sport. That's it.
I'll suck them off.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck them.
All right. Games next week.
Yep. Tigers, Sharks.
Yeah. Tigers, Sharks.
I think we're both going to go Sharkies.
Yeah, Sharks there. Dragons, Raiders.
Raiders.
Yep. Eels, Warriors.
It's a fucking hard one.
No Gutho.
No
I don't think he'll come back in, will he?
He's 17. He's playing.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Warriors.
Yeah. Tip Warriors there.
Yep.
Rabbitohs, Bulldogs.
How can you tip the Bulldogs?
Can't. Even though they've got fucking Kalamatangi, Walker, Murray, anyone else. I don't think Campbell Graham's playing. He's out.
Yeah.
Sternum. So.
No, the Latrell still. Yeah.
And a lot of players out.
Fuck it, eh?
Oof.
But still.
Is there a bounce back?
Yeah, I know. So,
I'll think about that one.
Yeah.
I'll say Rabbitohs right now, but I might change my tip.
Yep.
And then you got Titans, Dolphins.
Yep. Dolphins.
I'll go Titans. There's one different there for the weekend.
Yep.
Sweet.
We'll do.
What did you get right last week? You remember?
I got 5.
5. I think I got 5 as well, did I? 4.
I'm not too sure. I think you picked Titans. No, you picked Raiders. I picked Titans. So you would have got one more than me. You would have got 6.
6.
Oh no.
So Sharks.
I got 4. You got 5.
What did we do different? Oh, it was just the Titans and the Raiders, eh? And the Raiders won. Yeah. So I got one more.
I just changed to Manly on my work tip one.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I'm 3 in front. So I'll be on 83 and you'll be on 80.
Yeah.
Ooh, she close.
I was just thinking I know we've been going for long, but before we finish, the UFC's on Sunday. Do you want to just give a tip?
Yeah,
for the 3 main fights? Robert Whittaker and Duplessis. Duplessis is a fucking weapon.
He is, but he had a really good performance. But before that, I feel like no one was really talking about. Everyone's like, oh, he's all right. The South African guy. And then he had that really, really good win. But it's
I think it'll be a sick fight.
Has he fought since then? I don't think he has.
I'm not too sure.
You know the one I'm talking about, though. I don't know if he's fought since then. But
I don't know,
he had a good win. But I feel like Whittaker might be just a class above him.
It'll be a sick fight.
Be a good fight.
It's like a brawler fight.
Yeah. It'll be a good fight. I'm going Whittaker in that one.
So, same. Brandon Moreno and Alexandra Pontaja.
I don't even know who the fuck they are.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, I know who he is, but I haven't watched him much, to be honest.
Yeah, I reckon him anyway. Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's not really a tip, so it was more just to touch
Talk about it, yeah.
Yeah. And then Volk versus Rodriguez. Obviously going to go Volk. But Rodriguez is no walkover.
What weight class is that? Is he going to come back down? So he's come back down.
Yeah, back down to feather.
Yeah. He looked better there.
Yeah. He looks good fucking anywhere.
Looks good everywhere.
Yeah, he was good at lightweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be a sick fight.
It'll be good fights.
Yeah.
It's just good to see Aussies back in.
Yeah, man. 2 Aussies in top 3 fights. Pretty sick.
I feel like there hasn't been that many
good. Where is it? It's not in Oz, is it?
I thought it was supposed to be, but I don't think it is. I thought, or are they doing one later in the year that is, or some shit? So I thought that those two were fighting sometime and it was supposed to be, or is that Izzy or something?
It's in Vegas. Oh, yeah, they were talking about.
They're talking about one with Izzy,
in Perth or something,
or
Melbourne
Volk or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there hasn't been that many like crazy like matchup fights this year?
Yeah.
Do you? Like I feel like there hasn't been that many.
Nah.
Like maybe I'm just.
Nah. I think last year
I can't like because I don't watch every fucking week.
Yeah.
But if there's big fights, I always watch them.
I'll watch like the normal. I don't watch fight nights, but I'll watch
Yeah.
like the main event.
Yeah, 100%.
ones.
Yeah,
Like
not every single week, but
289,
every single
290
one.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're on every once a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I try and watch most of those.
Yeah.
But I can't really think of like. There's been good fights, like good, like you watch it. Oh fuck, it's a sick fight. But I mean, like on paper, you
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
oh fuck, I
Yeah.
can't wait. Like when those ones happen,
Yeah,
we
like
go to
when
the pub.
when Adesanya was fighting Pereira.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah! I watched that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's some okay ones. There
Yeah.
was good ones, but like some of them we're like, let's go to the pub. Like me and you will go to the pub on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But like, there hasn't really been that many this
Nah.
year. I've gone,
This is
let's
one-
go.
This is one that's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to a 30th
Yeah,
for that.
So it'll be
anyway,
there, yeah.
but like, let's go to the pub. But
yeah,
later in the year, we should do it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hopefully they might do like a Connor fucking what's it called one.
He's not even in the drug pool.
I think he just got put back.
Did he?
Yeah, he got put back in.
Well, that won't be this year then.
I
He
think
has
it
to be there
takes
for
a
6
year
months.
or 6 months. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was like a few months ago. They reckon he can fight by like December or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe they'll like do that.
Yeah,
They always do
Supposed
one
to be at the
around
end of the
Christmas or whatever.
yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Cool, man. That's it.
Cool.
Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. If you haven't, guys, please like, subscribe. As I said, please subscribe onto YouTube. That's going to be our main platform moving forward. Obviously, we do have Spotify as well.
Yep.
But we were really trying to grow our YouTube. So if you haven't, please subscribe there. Also go onto our Instagram and just give us a follow on there. We do post little shorts. So if you do miss anything that's sort of touching or pressing in the week, we'll do little shorts for that as well.
We'll cover a bit more of the Origin
For sure. Yeah.
a couple of days before.
100%.
It'll come out next
Yeah.
Tuesday. So.
Next Tuesday before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably have, maybe recovered from the team.
I
that's come
don't
out,
think
but
we will.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for that. Tune in next week. We'll see you then. Bye.
See ya.